King on Screen.
Why do you want to write again?
King on Screen. Robert, where are we at this week?
We are in 1993. The Dark Half, which was April 23rd, just a couple days ago, was celebrating the anniversary. I'm sure you saw all the social media celebrate. No, I guess not.
Oh, everywhere.
But yeah, based on an 89 novel, Dark Half, which I did not read, because I think this is where, well, one, I was 19 and in college, so I was in a different place, let's say that. Um, I was not
Yeah,
reading
no,
my
it's a
tech.
different.
I was so busy with my textbooks
You're too busy with
that
your scholastics,
yes,
Robert.
of course, with academics, can't be
Chemistry. I
reading
can't. I can be
fiction.
reading
Yes.
Dark Half.
But directed by George Romero, and this is yet another collaboration with Stephen King, obviously Creepshow, and there's kind of a couple others. So it's interesting because George Romero had been always kind of circling different things with King, and at one point he was supposed to direct The Stand, and so like, so he took this upon his mantle.
Oh yeah, good call.
But yeah, it did not do well. I'm looking at the numbers here that you had. Grossed 10.6 million, but had a $15 million budget. So, oof.
I think that's a marketing problem.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know because King was at this time. It's after Misery. Like they could have marketed that a little better, but
yeah,
most people weren't familiar with the Dark Half, even to
yeah.
this day. I mean, I read the book because I went down a rabbit hole, but it doesn't show up in a lot of lists. Like
Mm.
it's not as revered as others.
And I think at this time is when having his name above the title will end up being more of a hindrance to, I would say it was box office poison, but he was not filling seats like you would in the 80s. Like Stephen King's new on screen. It was like, oh, gotta go see this. And now we're like, oh, I remember the past crappy
Oh, right.
adaptation, you know what I mean? So people probably just like, yeah, I'm not doing this. And when I was watching, I did do a rewatch of it. And it reminded me a little bit of a Raising Cain with John Lithgow with the um he was playing two people, two personalities, and so forth. So here's the thing I do like. So Timothy, one, I don't think they used prosthetic. He looked different as is it George, with the alternate character? I can't remember his last name, but um,
Yeah, Stark.
yeah. So he was good that way. But then I started doing a little deeper dive, and it seems like he was a pain on the set, and pain is probably a nice word. Uh,
Oh, really?
Yeah, that he quit at one point, walked off the set. He apparently demanded two trailers, one for each of his characters.
Oh,
One of
gosh.
those, yeah, and he was always in character. So I'm picturing the poor cast and director going, "Oh, who do
Michael
we have on
Rooker.
set today?" Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
rough.
yeah,
Yeah, that is too much, especially for this.
yeah.
It's
Amy,
also
go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I say Amy Madigan plays his wife. She looks so
Yeah.
young.
She does. She actually
Yeah,
looks younger than she does
yeah,
in Field of Dreams, which was like
yeah,
6 years earlier. I don't know. I mean, she does. She really
yeah.
does. Was she what was I'm sorry, what did she win the Oscar for? Weapons.
Weapons,
We have a
yeah. So
future Academy
yeah,
Award winner in this one.
yeah, yeah. So, but
Uh, I was gonna say it's virtually the Dark Half, correct me if I'm wrong, but the same story or very similar to Secret Window, where the
mm,
writer is being plagiarized by an alternate twin. You know, this it's a
yeah,
twin. This the Secret Window, it's his imagination, and the whole thing is him being plagiarized and tortured by another version of himself. It's very
yeah.
similar to Secret Window, so I don't know which came. I don't remember which came first, but that's why I kind of never really revisited this. I mean, I saw it once and I read the book, but I wasn't like gaga over it. But
No, there's a semblance, and I was like, I wish it was more of a mystery of, is it him? Is it just two personalities of his own, And they quickly show that it's not. But I'm like, okay, it's a certain amount of fantasy where, this person became,
right,
out of the
yeah,
ether, whatever. But I was like, obviously, it's more believable. It's like, did I actually go to New York or was he in New York? Like kind of, I think they should have kind of played that a little bit more. But um,
agreed.
But
Yeah.
anyway, but
And Tad and a lot of these characters, like many King novels and films, they appear in other stories, like Sheriff Pangborn,
mhm.
Michael Rooker appears in Castle Rock and all kinds of stuff. And a lot of the names, like Beaumont,
Yeah.
was I forget which one, but classic King. But I'd say probably not one of the most strongest that they have.
No, no. And it was like same. It was like, all right, that's it for this decade.
That's it. Yeah, we're
Watched.
good. Watched.
Um, I forget Julie Harris is in it. Who I think I know her better from like Knots Landing and so forth. But
Oh, right,
she
right,
was in The
right.
Haunting. But so her. Well, I thought I couldn't remember because she was smoking a pipe in the film, and I was like, well, that's an odd choice.
Yeah.
But and her character was a male in the novel, which is
Oh,
fine. And
okay.
then probably was like, do we have a sexism that only men can smoke pipes? But you don't see that too often,
No, you don't.
you know.
You don't
So,
see women smoking pipes
but it was also because
ever.
it's Julie Harris. It was just like it did not feel.
You weren't buying the pipe.
No, it just seemed a
No.
little.
Was it a corn
Uh,
cob? I don't remember. Was it
no,
just
it
like
was
a
just kind
regular?
of a loop pipe. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah,
let's say
yeah.
Cloris Leachman. I think she does smoke a pipe. I think or something in one of her. But this
Oh,
kind of felt a little bit like here's my prop. You know.
right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This was on set, so we're
Yeah.
incorporating it. Was the
But
character a pipe smoker in the novel? I don't.
I
I
don't
really don't
remember.
remember.
Yeah, so I'm sure that they're like, then it has to be. It's
She
in
was
the
also in
novel. It has
Gorillas
to
in the
be.
Mist too, so
Oh, I
she's been
love
around.
Gorillas, and
Me
that's a good
too.
rewatch. So,
Yeah,
mm.
I haven't seen that in years. So
Me-itis, let's go.
knee I
That's our favorite line.
knee itis. Let's go.
Yeah.
God bless Diane Fossey. But yeah,
Mm.
the Dark Half also. I didn't know this, Robert, but it had a PC game adaptation.
It does. Yeah. So it was like one of the like early MS-DOS games, that where I think you'd kind of read the things like, like go talk to Sheriff so and so, and you,
Yeah, the command
yeah.
prompts.
Um, yeah. So somehow out of all the film, like I'm not sure why this got a game, but maybe it
It's
was
a
kind of
weird
at that time.
choice.
Yeah. So
Do the game as well. I remember these games in the 90s. You would type in like walk to the tree and it would do it. And it was like really fun.
yeah.
Was that kind of game, right?
Yeah, as far as I know. So, but apparently it was a thing. So
I don't know if this is even
do
it.
do but
But did you play the game, Robert?
I did not. So
Are
I
you
was
going
busy
to?
with scholastics.
Are you I was busy on my periodic table of
Yeah,
elements.
so I was busy during science. Yeah.
What a weird adaptation though, the Dark Half. It's
I
like,
know. Like this was out of everything, that's the one. I don't know, but strange.
right. I mean, just from a plot standpoint.
Yeah. But people like, kids are gonna love this.
Right. And how do you have that meeting at Engine or
Yeah.
whatever, Engine,
Yeah.
whatever, and be like, yeah, you know what? This is what the kids are after. Not Home Alone, not Ninja Turtles, but we're doing Dark Half.
Like, they didn't stop to think if they could.
They were too busy worrying about if they could. They never stopped to think if they
If they
should.
should. It's like, are we still talking about Jurassic Park? No, we're talking
What
about
are
the
we?
PC game adaptation of The Dark Half.
The Dark if they should. Yeah, Tad Beaumont. He's what all the kids want in their wall.
Uh,
All the girls go wild for
you're like,
Tad.
ooh,
Amy, and
sexy Amy Madigan posters.
right everywhere. I love she obviously she probably won't do a Hollywood show now, but she would be a great Hollywood show.
Her and her husband.
Yeah, they've done it before?
No, I mean,
Oh
I said
yeah.
they would be.
Oh
Can you
yeah,
imagine?
yeah. Could you imagine the Madigan?
I know.
Um,
We'd bring
yeah,
all
but
of the stand stuff for Ed Harris.
I love him too
Yeah.
much, too much. I did when I met Ed Harris, I saw her too, but I was so fixated with him.
Ah,
I was yeah, but
I probably would have been more fixated with her, but
yeah, I
yeah,
mean
yeah,
now, yeah, but I see a Stan character and oh, fading like the
yeah.
Beatles.
Oh,
Uh,
the vapors.
I got the vapors. Just type it in my little computer right now about how much I like Amy Madigan. No, but yeah, so the Dark Half 93, I think I probably won't run out to watch it again, but I'm kind of curious to see how it holds up. Have you seen it like
I rewatched it not too long ago, and it
okay.
was enough that I couldn't remember. I was like, what's happening? So, and I think that's probably, it's one of those like you start to watch and then you trail off like, oh, this is why I don't. And so that's why I think the latter half I just don't remember as well because you give up on it.
Right, right.
But it's
You
like, I
just
gotta watch to the end. And it does just end. or I won't spoil it, but it's just like the end
Yeah.
credits. Almost like that. Maybe that's a Stephen King like Children of the Corn. Like halfway through, it's like, well, I guess the credits.
And June, we're done. By the way,
Yeah.
the dark half, there is a scene I remember where they're doing surgery and the eye and the twin.
Yeah.
That was like pretty
That's creepy.
jarring.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's pieces, but just not enough to
Yeah.
hold it together. So
So that's King on Screen, kids. Go
yeah.
get your dark half video games.